Welcome back to Starting Lineup. Let's now move over to the head of everything basketball in the upcoming UAAP, which, by the way, is starting in a couple of days. Here we go. We are happy to have on the show the new basketball UAAP commissioner and former, of course, legend in the UAAP. Former recruiter pa pala ang nalaman namin.
Thanks for having me. Komish. Mga idol.
Recruiter eh.
Mga idol.
Komish, ang hirap masanay. We saw each other in the press conference yesterday. I didn't know how to address you, how to call you, but I guess we have to get used to calling you Komish. How do you get a job like that? Is the first question. Hindi, di ba? I mean, does somebody apply? Do you get a call? Do you call someone? Do you, you know, what's the process for something like this, especially for you?
You know, I had a different path. After playing basketball, I spent a lot of time overseas, and then I went back to the PBA. But then after that, most of the players either go here, coach, be a team manager. But it really kept on bothering me on what if I started my own league? Like, and then the pandemic came.
Right.
A perfect opportunity. It's now Asia Basket.
Right.
We shifted to the college scene. So I started inviting the schools.
Right.
A small world. All of the coaches or the athletic directors were either my coaches before or somebody I played with before. So I just invited them. Everybody was looking for a quality league wherein top teams are playing against each other. And then we had an interesting idea of bringing the games to the campuses.
Correct. Yeah.
Which was, you know, well received by the student body. And then I actually interviewed 3 years ago.
Did you?
Yeah. I just wanted to know the process and everything.
Which means you had an interest even before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I wanted to learn.
Okay.
I guess
Okay.
that was my interest back then. I wanted to learn how the board works, how the UAAP being the top league in the Philippines. So, you know, maybe I can learn a thing or two in how they run things. So maybe I can bring that to my own league.
That was the original intention.
That was, yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, if I got in, then why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Komish, I remember playing in the first ever Phil Basket tournament that you organized during the
Thank you so
pandemic,
much,
and you're now here. But when it comes to the UAAP, of course, you played there, you've experienced everything, and now you're the commissioner.
Yeah.
How does that all feel, diba? This is like a big thing. The UAAP, of course, brings so many opportunities for all these players.
So it's still a surreal moment for me until right now, to be able to head, if not the top league in the Philippines. And it opens so much doors for people like us. And I just want to build on that. That's my big goal in the office, and just for this season. Just in terms of making the players bring out their talent more, basketball skills more, so they can showcase what they do anywhere they want to go to after the UAAP. That's the immediate goal for right now.
Okay, so that's your goal. Let's talk about the job. Because this is a completely different thing. A lot of people get confused, diba? Some people ask you questions that are a function of, let's say, the UAAP board more than, or the executive director more than the commissioner. So just to, you know, give everybody, the fans, especially the new fans, what is the job of Jai Reyes, Commissioner Jai Reyes?
TLDR, anything about the game of basketball is under the commissioner's office. So the big part of it is the officiating.
Okay.
And, you know, scheduling is not in our office. That's for the board to discuss. Rules and regulations, eligibility, that's out of our office also.
Okay.
And I think I want to make this clear.
Yes, please.
Tickets are not a function of the commissioner's office. So the board really wants us to focus heavily on officiating. How we can make the game better through officiating. Mostly it's overlooked. You know, it's the hardest job in the world. But I really believe that officiating plays a big factor in what the players and the coaches put out. Are we encouraging more creativity from the coaches? Or do we just want like basketball that's really physical? So those are the things that we think that we can balance through the commissioner's office. And the most important thing is for the players to be ready for the international standards. So if it comes to the technicalities, that's the major thing this year.
Which means FIBA.
Yes,
Which means FIBA.
Yes.
So, are there any changes that you're gonna bring in your first season, or is it gonna stay the same? As you mentioned, patterning it to the international tournaments.
wala naman changes talaga.
no
We just want to align
No
the
new
standards
things.
and the
Yeah.
interpretation.
Okay.
So the basketball rules are basketball rules,
Right.
you know. But how it's interpreted and how it's called internationally.
You want to be consistent with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Sige, ito na lang, Commish. I know you've been testing or thinking of certain things the last month
Yeah.
that might be used or might. What have you tested that you're actually going to apply when the season starts na? Like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
whether it's the audio stuff, the mic
Yeah.
stuff, is that going to happen?
Yes, it's going to happen, but as the UAP, as it should, we're taking it step by step.
Okay.
So, of course, in FIBA, in the NBA, you can hear it in the broadcast and in the arena.
Yeah, we
already.
don't expect that.
We
muna,
don't
yeah.
expect that
Right,
first. So
right.
it's for assessment first.
Yeah.
For
Which
the-
means kayo lang nakarinig? Or
Yes, and you know, we'll make it available to the board also upon request.
once it's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
These,
once it's filtered out a little bit. Yeah.
The
okay.
procedural and the finer details of how we're gonna communicate the recordings to the teams if ever they request for
Right.
it. That's going to be ED Rebo's
Correct, yeah.
mandate on how
Right.
to put it out there. But for the big thing is for improvement of referees.
Yes.
We know how they arrive at calls,
Yes.
especially crucial situations. We know paano sila mag-isip, diba? Ano yung understanding nila ng rules. So from there, we can always improve on their knowledge and also how they become in the situation so they can decide properly.
And clear miscommunications too,
yeah,
I'm sure.
sometimes the UAAP it's a rare league wherein you get
Crazy
that
Unique.
atmosphere. So the refs can never prepare for that. But through the audio recordings, we're able to refine how they
Nice,
perform yearly.
Something to look forward to for sure. But how about your team, Commish? Of course, you're not alone in this job. You appointed some
Yeah.
big names. Actually, Coach Jong Chico, part of your team. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, let's leave the conversation
Right.
with that. Let's show some love to your team.
Actually, my deputy commissioner
Correct,
is
he's
here.
here,
Yeah, we wanted a diverse team. So we wanted members who studied in different schools also. Ginny Velarde is also there.
For the women's.
For the women's,
Correct.
and Miko Abelio for the juniors.
Right.
And Coach Jong, he was the head of the SBP refs before.
that's
It was
true.
tremendous experience in terms of FIBA standards and how to handle refs and relationships with refs. And he's only done good things for my career and also as a good friend of his son Johan. So
Yes.
And Philippine basketball in general.
Yes. So Coach Jong is there to really lend us his wisdom in terms of especially tough situations.
Okay, one last question, yes or no? Are you ready? This is happening in 2 days already.
Yes, I'm ready, but come Saturday, my answer might be different.
Yeah, that's why I needed to ask. That's why I need. Let's leave it at that. Commish, congratulations.
Thank
guys.
you and good luck.
It's good to see you around the league
See you
again.
at the games,
Maraming
guys.
salamat. All right, stay tuned. There's more from us here on Starting Lineup when we come back.